Good morning, everyone. Please write a comment to say hi. Hi, welcome. Today, we will be talking about things in your fridge. This is focus activity 4 to 5 in the fridge. Hi, Juliana. Hi, Giacomo. In the fridge. In this focus activity, we will be covering some, any, how many, how much, countable, and uncountable nouns. In the fridge. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy ice cream, which is the same thing. Do you do the food shopping? When do you do the food shopping? Do you like to do it? Do you put away the food? First, let me start with a question for you. Is there another way to say food shopping? Write a comment and let me know what you come up with. Question number 1. Do you like food shopping? I do. I really enjoy food shopping because there is nothing in the world that I love more than food. When it comes to clothes shopping, however, clothes, I am not so happy to do it, which sounds strange, I know, but food always fits. When do you do the food shopping? I try to go to the grocery store at least once a week. Once a week means that I can buy fresh produce like fruits and vegetables and keep them fresh while using all of them so nothing goes to waste. If I wait longer, then I run out of fruits and vegetables, which is not good. If I go too often, then I have too much food and it goes to waste. So I always aim to go shopping once a week for food. Do I like to do it? Yes, I do. However, I don't like it when the store is too crowded and there are too many people. I also don't really like waiting in line. If there are too many people and there are long lines, I don't enjoy it as much. Do you put away the food? Yes, I try very hard not to waste food. Therefore, I am very careful to put food away properly so that it doesn't go bad quickly. Things like fruits and vegetables put in their proper places. Do we have an answer for another way to say food shopping? The answer is grocery shopping. Another way to say food shopping is grocery shopping. That can be a hard word to pronounce. Grocery. Let's move on to the next slide. Food check. Say what food is countable or uncountable. I am going to read through each word. Feel free to say it out loud after me to improve your pronunciation. We will also discuss what a countable item is and what an uncountable item is. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you, Michele. Grocery shopping in the USA. That is true and correct. If you have any questions, for example, you would like to know what a specific word means or how to pronounce a specific word, please ask in the comments. And when I have gone through the slide, I will go through the definitions and pronunciations with you. Let's get started. Food check. Say what food is countable or uncountable. A hamburger. Countable or uncountable? You can have 3 hamburgers. So I'm going to say that it is countable. Egg. Can I have 3 eggs? Yes, it is countable. Cheese. Countable or uncountable? Uncountable. Uncountable means I can't have 3 cheeses. Let me move to the camera. I can't have 3 cheeses. I can have 3 types of cheese in my fridge, but I cannot have 3 cheeses. I can have 5 types of cheese, and that would make it countable. Let's keep going through this so you can understand. Flour. Is flour countable or uncountable? Flour is uncountable. Thank you for responding in the comments. I appreciate it. That's correct. Flour is uncountable. Thank you, Michele and Juliana. Sausage, countable or uncountable? Pasta. Countable or uncountable? Uncountable. Because you cannot have, in English, 5 pastas unless you are referring to types of pasta, bags of pasta, or boxes of pasta. Do you see where I'm going with this? Tomato, or you could say in the UK, tomato. Tomatoes are countable. You can have a dozen tomatoes. Tell me, what does a dozen mean? I will go forward to cookies. You can have cookies, several cookies, 3, 4, 30, countable. Rice, rice, like flour, is uncountable. Juice. Now, this is a hard word to pronounce sometimes. Juice. The I is silent. Juice. It is also a liquid. And if it's a liquid generally, it is uncountable. Salad. Also uncountable. You can have 3 packages of salad. You can have 5 bags of salad, but you can't have 3 salads per se. If you say that you have several salads, you mean that you have several packages of salad. Melon. You can have several melons, especially in the summer and winter time when they're in season. They are countable. Blueberries. Blueberries are pieces of fruit or little fruits. They are countable. Bread, however, bread is not a liquid. It's a solid thing. But the word bread itself is uncountable. It is uncountable because when we are counting bread, we count when we are counting bread, we count loaves or rolls of bread. So if you say, I have 3 breads, it means you have 3 types of bread. It is uncountable. Strawberries are fruit, and fruit generally is countable. Butter. Is butter countable or uncountable? It is solid. However, it is uncountable. You can have packages of butter. Wine is a liquid, uncountable. Fish. Fish can be a difficult one. Uncountable. Milk, cream, and oil. Milk, cream, and oil. They're all liquids. And the rule is, if it's liquid, it's uncountable. Carrots, steaks, and peanuts. Now, what do you think those would be? Countable or uncountable? They're all countable. Does anyone have any questions about what any of these words mean? Please write it in the comments. Now, we talked about countable and uncountable because these words are treated differently when you're referring to how much or how many you have of a certain item. For example, describing quantities. How many hamburgers have you got in your fridge? I've got 5, and they're all for me. How much fruit have you got in your fridge? I've got some apples and a melon. Hi, Philip. Thank you. All right. Let me ask you a question. How much blank do you have in your fridge? How many blank do you have in your fridge? How much refers to countable or uncountable? How many refers to countable or uncountable? Let me ask you in the comments, how much blank, countable or uncountable? How many blank, countable or uncountable? How much, thank you, Michele, yes, is uncountable. How many, thanks again, Michele, is for countable nouns. So let's try this. I'm going to go to the previous slide and we will ask how much and how many of something there are. 3 examples. How much or how many tomatoes do you have in your fridge? The answer is a trick. Tomatoes do not go in the fridge. I don't have any tomatoes in my fridge. However, I have 6 tomatoes. Tomatoes are countable. How many tomatoes do I have? I have 6. How much or how many milk do you have in your fridge? I have 1 liter of milk. How much milk do you have in your fridge? I have 1 liter of milk. Or I have some milk in my fridge. I don't know how much. Let's practice some more. I have some. Use some in positive sentences. This is important. In positive sentences, use some. In negative sentences, you will use different words. But let's practice some now. I've got some milk and some eggs. Let's make an omelet. In the example, a person writes, I've got some milk and some eggs. The next person just suggests a recipe. I'm going to write a few ingredients and let's see if you can guess the recipe. Thank you, Michele and Pasquale. Michele, I've got some tomatoes in the cupboard. I've got some tomatoes in the cupboard. And Pasquale, how much milk do you have in the fridge? Perfect. Now, in my fridge, I've got some milk, some eggs, and some flour. What can we make with milk, eggs, and flour? Have you got it? Any ideas? We can make several things, but I would like to make some pancakes. In my fridge, I've got some lettuce, some quartarolo cheese, and in my cupboard, I have some oil and some salt. What will I have for lunch? Exactly, Michele. I've got some oil, some oregano, and some bread. Let's make bruschetta. That's perfect. Let's see. In my fridge, I've got lettuce and cheese. In my cupboard, let's write the word cupboard. A cupboard. Ooh, yes, exactly, Juliana. With milk, eggs, and flour, we can make a cake. Cake is spelled Cake. Thank you, Pasquale. The correct spelling. Thank you. And oops, Pasquale, I spelled your name wrong. I'm sorry. All right. Next slide. I haven't got any. Use any in questions and negative sentence. Have you got any wine? Answer this question while I read the slide. What is the correct answer? I haven't got any, some wine. Choose between any and some for this response. Tell me the correct answer. I haven't got any. Use any in questions and negative sentences. Have you got any wine? I haven't got any wine. The truth, yes, I've got plenty of wine. I haven't any wine. Yes, thank you for your response, Pasquale. I haven't got any wine. Have you got any eggs? No, I haven't got any eggs. Examples. I want to cook fish tonight, but I haven't got any white wine. I want to make a sandwich, but I haven't got any bread. Now, ask your partner, you're my partner, if he or she has a particular food in the fridge. Let me ask you, have you got any meatballs in the fridge? And while you are responding, thank you, Pasquale. Let me answer Michele's question. Any is for countable and uncountable nouns? Yes. White wine, bread, they both happen to be uncountable, but you can say, I haven't got any strawberries. I haven't got any eggs. Any applies to both countable and uncountable. Let's see. Have you got any meatballs in the fridge? I am waiting for your comments. I am waiting for my page to load your comments. No, I haven't got any meatballs in the fridge. What a pity. Thank you again, Michele. Have you got any eggs in the fridge? My answer? Yes. I've got some eggs because we use let's see. Let me make a banner for you. For negative, positive. Let's start with the positive. For positive answers, use some. For negative, use Any. Sure, I've got some eggs. Yes. Thank you again, Michele. All right, let's move forward. Let's cook. Choose a recipe to make at your partner's house. Again, you're my partner. Chocolate cake. The ingredients are 225 grams of flour, 350 grams of sugar, 85 grams of chocolate, 2 eggs, 250 milliliters of milk, 125 milliliters of oil, and 250 milliliters of water. The question: have you got any flour? Possible responses: yes, I have some. No, I haven't got any. How much flour do we need? We need 225 grams. Let's move forward. Have you got any sugar? Can you write a question? Write a question with the cake ingredients. You got any? Question from Michele. Is it correct to use any with kinds of fruit? Ah, you can say, I like any kind of fruit, but it is probably a little better to say, I like all kinds. So, Michele, any kind or all kinds of fruit. Juliana, thank you. Have you got any milk in your fridge? Hmm. No, I haven't got any. How many do we need? Or how many milks? Oh, that's very wrong. You're welcome. How much milk? How much milk do we need? We need 250 milliliters of milk, but we haven't got any. It's time to go to the store. Have I got any sugar? Hmm. Have you got any sugar, Pasquale? Me? Yes, I have plenty of sugar. Or, yes, I have some sugar. How much do you need? The answer? 350 grams of sugar. That sounds like a lot of sugar. Michele, how much sugar do you take for making a cake? How much sugar do you need for making or to make a cake? How much sugar do you need to make a cake? How much sugar do you need for this recipe? No, Pasquale doesn't have any sugar. Fantastic. Let's move on to the next slide. Shopping list. Choose one of these party themes and make a list of the food you need. A Christmas party, birthday party, dinner party. For my Halloween party, I've got some cookies, but I haven't got any candy. So, how much candy do you have? How many cookies do you have? I've got some cookies, but I haven't got any candy. I would like to choose a dinner party because it is the one thing I would like to do very much right now is have dinner at a friend's house, but we can't. So the first thing I will do when they break quarantine is invite all my friends to my house for a dinner party. Okay, thanks, Teach. You're welcome. Yes, how much sugar do you need? Great. Thank you, Pasquale. I need 350 grams of sugar. Perfect. Okay. My question. I would like to host a dinner party. What would you like to eat? Ask me whether I've got any or some. No, it's always any. Ask me whether I've got any of your favorite ingredients or foods. I can tell you right now that for our dinner party, I have plenty of pasta. Michele, for my Halloween party, I've got some pumpkins, but I haven't got any candles. Does anyone have any candles for Michele? For our dinner party, I've got plenty of pasta. I also have plenty of wine. I have some bread, but I haven't got any beer. All right, let's see if we have any responses. What would you like to eat at the dinner party? Ask me, have you got any candles to decorate some pumpkins? Sorry, Michele, I haven't got any. I do, however, have many knives to decorate the pumpkins, to carve the pumpkins with. I've also got plenty of rice. Plenty is a lot of. Juliana, we have a psychic link. I just saw your comments now. I have got quite a lot of rice to make risotto. What do you think about pumpkin risotto? We have no candles. We might as well make pumpkin risotto. Let's go back and review what we've learned. How many and how much? Let me take off this banner that has been there for too long. How many and how much? Can you wait until October for candles? Patience is also a noun. How do you make patience into an adjective? Michele wrote, if anyone can not see, I am a patience man. How do you make patience into an adjective? How much is for uncountable things? How many is for countable? Some examples. How much wine do you have in your cupboard? How much milk do you have in your fridge? How much cheese do you have in your fridge? Many is for countable. Yes, that's the answer. Patient. No, that's how we learn. How many apples do you have? Just seeing your comment now, Pasquale. For my dinner, I've got some pasta, some tomatoes, but I haven't got any water or any wine. How much? How many? Let's move on to the next. And let's use Pasquale's example. For my dinner, I've got some pasta, some tomatoes, but I haven't got any water or any wine. Hmm, Pasquale, do you mean or have you got some oil so that we can eat the tomatoes? Carmen, how many apples do you have in your fridge? She's got 3. Thank you. I've got some milk and some eggs. In my fridge, I've got some cheese and some wine. I've also got some eggs. Countable and uncountable. You can use some for both in positive sentences. Negative sentences. I haven't got any. I have got some eggs, but I haven't got any milk. I have got some fish, but I haven't got any wine. Cake recipe, some and any. How much jam have you got in your fridge? I have got quite a lot of jam. I've got some jam in my fridge. I have plenty of jam in my fridge. 3 ways to say it. Or if I had none, I would say, I haven't got any jam in my fridge. Yes, thank you, Pasquale. Any and some. So, to recap, how much is for uncountable nouns. How many is for countable nouns. You use some in positive sentences, and you use any in negative sentences. How many eggs have you got in your fridge? I haven't got any yolks to make cream or a cream. Yeah. Thank you, Michele and Pasquale. We have 1 minute left, and I would like to thank you so much for being here today. Feel free to stay on this channel to watch another lesson. We have lessons starting from 10 a.m. every day, ending at, I believe the final lesson is at 8 p.m. from Monday to Friday, every hour. On Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we have lessons all day as well. Since you're going to be home, feel free to tune in to this channel and watch as many lessons as you want. Thank you again so much for being here and for commenting and for answering questions. All of you guys did a wonderful job. Bye. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.